Pretty sure it's a mana crypt here. Dark Faden is the greatest thief in the multiverse and also very good in vintage cubes, a lot of artifacts to steal. But mana crypt just keeps you so much more flexible. And the power level is probably... mana crypt is probably a better card than Dark Faden anyway. It's also Mind Twist. So when you have mana crypt, it's great in every deck of course. But you want to lean towards something a little faster or unfair. Because if you want to play this in a super controlling deck, the damage is going to end up... it's going to end up costing you sometimes. So now there is Factor Fiction. Okay card to restock your hand and has synergy with graveyard stuff. It's pretty slow though, 4 mana to just draw cards while you are getting a lot of cards and also filling your graveyard. It is very slow. I think Lionside Diamond might be more interesting. Of course it would lead me into a Storm deck, but Mana Crypt is awesome in Storm, and with 2 0 mana artifacts the setup for Storm is really nice. Alright, there isn't much of Storm here. There is Scalding Tarn, which helps you set up Underground Sea and Volcanic Island. And this pack is pretty weak anyway. Had I taken, for example, Factor Fiction, I don't even know what I would take. I would probably still take Scalding Tarn, to be fair. Alright, so now we have Brainstorm, works with Scalding Tarn. I mean, I could just abandon Lionside Diamond and not draft Storm. It's probably a correct pick. There is Bazaar of Baghdad if you want to go all in Reanimator. Then Lionside Diamond could work with something like Unburial Rites or Shallow Grave. So with Shallow Grave, you cast Shallow Grave and then you sacrifice Lionside Diamond. And hopefully Griselbrand or the card you want to reanimate is the only creature card in your hand. Otherwise you have to... I think you can choose the order, I'm not 100% sure, but Brainstorm it is. Okay, we might be abandoning Storm here though. I think that the card I'm going to take here is Ulamog. It opens up doors for Through the Beach Sneak Attack, even though Ulamog is a little weak in some senses because it's only Annihilator 4. It's still pretty good though. It also opens up the door for Shallow Grave or Corpse Dance, because with Lionside Diamond, as I said, you can do that. You cast Shallow Grave, Unburial Rites, and then you crack Lionside Diamond in response. Or as you say, I'm not sure that works. We'll figure it out. But Through the Breach and stuff like that, it's not possible that this doesn't work with Lionside Diamond. I know you can Shallow Grave Emrakul if you cast Shallow Grave before the trigger. I don't think it works with Lionside Diamond though. I mean, Lionside Diamond and Shallow Grave works if it's Griselbrand, but I don't think Shallow Grave plus Lionside Diamond works if it's an Eldrazi, because Eldrazi shuffle trigger happens before Shallow Grave. Okay, I think I'm gonna take Night's Whisper here. Wherever I end up, if it's a Shallow Grave, I could get Ulamog into my graveyard some other way. If it's Shallow Grave or if it's Blue-Black Storm, Night's Whisper is going to be the good card. Or if I'm Reanimator. Drinking some coffee here. And the nice thing about Vintage Cube is that since there's so many playables and you have so many good cards, I could just easily ditch this Lionside Diamond. And yes, I would have preferred if it were Factor Fiction, but I can still end up with a good deck, even though I just didn't get to play that card specifically. Now there is Brains Freeze though. It's also Imperial Recruiter if I want to go some sort of twin route. Burn Power Stone if I were going to go harder on the artifact cards. But Storm is looking pretty good. And you can sometimes play Ulamog in Storm if you end up with Mind's Desire or a lot of ways to make mana. Okay. There is now Memory Yard, not so good, but still okay sometimes, and it kind of works with Lions of Diamond too. You can crack Memory Yard and crack Lion's Eye in response. And the other alternative is Karn Sign of Ursa if you want to go the artifact route, but that ship has probably sailed now. The only card here I can see myself playing is Dig Through Time. Red Elemental Blast or Fatal Push. Right now I don't have any red cards. That could change, of course. I just think that Fatal Push is sort of... First of all, it's not even necessary. I should probably take it. I mean, don't know if I'm red. Still don't know how you're gonna break Yoke Clubs. I guess Planeswalkers is the idea, or enchantments. But, take Seachrome Coast. Goblin Bombardment, you never know what kind of thing. Or Thassa's Oracle is actually an interesting card. So where do we go from here? I guess we go to Jace Better Than All. It's gonna be good no matter where I end up, and it's especially good with Mana Crypt. I think that now it's making me less sad that I passed Factor of Fiction, because Jace is just a better version of Factor of Fiction. It creates card advantages, but also controls the board and sticks around, because sometimes even win the game with the ultimate. So Jace. Okay, I kind of like Trinket Mage here because it finds me Mana Crypt or Lion's Eye Diamond. There isn't much else that's good here. I mean, Volcanic Island, but again, I'm not sure I'm even red. And I mean, it also doesn't... I already have Scalding Tarn, so Scalding Tarn getting Volcanic is nice, but it doesn't add additional colors, if you know what I mean. So Trinket Mage. This is a weird brew. Not 100% sure where we go still. We could end up being blue-black control, as weird as it sounds, because I have a lot of controlling cards. Jace can control the board, Fatal Push can control creatures, Trinket Mages affects the board and fishes something up. I think Kiki Yeek is not gonna work, and my mana is just not good enough. I don't have any red cards, I don't have any other twin pieces. I think it's... Well, I love the twin combo cube, I just think it's too... No, I just don't think Kiki Yeek is gonna end up being good. I'm gonna take Vendilion Click, and at this point we're looking like we're gonna be some blue-black controlling deck with maybe Shallow Grave, Reanimate thrown in there. I think the Storm Dream is gone now. Storm just does not gonna do it here. So I'm gonna remove Brain Freeze and Lion's Eye Diamond Memory Yard for now. I'm gonna keep Ulamog because I still think it could be good. So here's between Strip Mine or Thieving Skydiver. I think this deck wants Thieving Skydiver more. I don't have any Crucible or recursion element for Strip Mine, so it's gonna be a good card that can sometimes be great, but I just think Thieving Skydiver is gonna be better. It steals Moxes, steals bigger artifacts sometimes, and do have Mana Crypt to power it up. It's another flyer. Alright, so now there is Lurrus, which is a black card. I cannot companion it because I would have to give up Jace, Vendilion Click, Trinket Mage. That's just too much. Murderous Rider. I think the card I want though is Ancestral Vision. I think it's just gonna be a solid card. This is gonna be a controlling deck. Suspending that on turn 1, and then you can control the board maybe with Fatal Push and creatures. Okay, so now there's Emry, which I have Mana Crypt and not Lion's Eye Diamond. so it's not great. Memory Deluge, but I already have Jace and Ancestor Vision. Blighted Colossus would be another card to go with Ulamog to be some sort of through the breach splashing maybe. Shallow Grave, but I think I'm going to take Damnation. This is looking like a control deck, and having a sweeper is very nice, especially since I think Toxic Deluge is gone now. I think I passed it in the first pack. Okay, so now we see the Storm card, Cabal Ritual, Lotus Petal, but that's okay. I'm going to take Mana Leak, just a good disruptive element, and it works nice with Click, Dig Through Time, Brainstorm, Push, a lot of instants, so you can keep mana open, maybe do some other things. But yeah, the Storm Ship has saved, which is probably good for my win percentage. Okay, we don't have enough creature for Smuggler's Copter, unfortunately. Steel Serap is a 6 mana card. I think actually Chromox could be good here. The reason is that I have Jace and Ancestor Vision as card advantage to get the card back. It's a card I can get with Trinket. It used to be an old extended deck where you played Trinket Mage and got Chromox. But I think accelerating out some of the cards here is going to be good. Also have Dig Through Time for card advantage, a card I'm going to play at this point. Leovold is a card I could splash. I don't have any draw 7s, but it's just a good card in general. Alternative is to take Triumph, which is mana fix. I think I'm just going to take Triumph. It's just a blue-black duel that I can also get with Scalding Tarn is nice. I think Leovold is at its best when you have draw 7s. It's good in this deck, but it wouldn't be like amazing. I'm gonna play one of these. I'm gonna take Containment Priest to maybe Cyberdin as a matchup. Okay, I don't really need Treasure Cruise. I already have Dig Through Time, but I guess I'll take it here. Just cut blue. And Baral. Baral is not 0% to make my deck. Unfortunately, I did pass Factor of Fiction. That pick did hurt me a little bit, but especially Baral is good with Factor of Fiction. Oh yeah, I have Nice Whispers too. I have a lot of card runs. I think Chromox is going to be great in this deck. I have so many ways to get back to card. So with Chromox, you are sacrificing a card for speed. You're giving up a card in your hand to get everything done a turn earlier. And you got cards to ways to get the card back. I think it's going to be good. So I would like to get Ashok. I think Ashok Nightmare Weaver would be awesome in this deck. Just another way to get cards. Okay, I think that Narset is going to be great here. There are some other great 3-mana options, Fable, Teferi, but why would I splash when I can get a card that's on color? Narset's got a ton of targets. I mean, I only have 5 creatures, so. And it can't be understated how much Narset is messing up your opponents too. Your opponents wants to ponder, don't get to draw a card. Your opponent wants to activate their own Jace the Mind Sculptor, Your opponent wants to activate Dak Faden, draw 2 cards, nope. So Narset does a lot of things. Okay, so now there's Mystic Confluence and Ravenous Chupacabra. Walking Ballista is an option to go get with Trinket Mage, but I just think Mystic Confluence is awesome. It's everything you want. It's a counter spell when you want it, it's card advantage when you want it, and it's board control when you want it. It's like a one-shot Jace the Mind Sculptor, except a little different. Not necessarily better or worse. A little worse, I think, but I think Mystic Confluence is going to be great. And I love me a Remand. Yawgmoth's Will, if only I knew. I could have stayed being Storm, but Remand is just fantastic. Hangerback is another card I could get with Trinket Mage. Looking to wield that, but Remand is just fantastic. Just whenever you Remand a 5-mana card, for example, you just feel like a Time Walk. It can sometimes feel like a Time Walk. Okay, I will take Mana Vault. I don't have too many big cards to cast, but It is another card to get with Trinket Mage, and does help me cast Dig Mystic Confidence. Right now I can't play Ulamog, but I'm getting kind of close to casting a very expensive card. Also, what else am I taking here? This is not even a card that does much for me. Oh, there is Shallow Grave. Okay, so now I'm getting put to the test. Dark Depths 2 if I want to bank on wheeling the Vampire Knight. So Shallow Grave, it only works with Ulamog. How many ways do I have to put Ulamog in my graveyard? I don't have any. Alright, so I can take Shallow Grave then. So do I want to take Dark Depths in hopes to get Thespian Stage or the Vampire Hexmage back? Or do I want to take Sour Temptation, just a fair card? I don't even think Sour Temptation is that good. I'm gonna take Dark Depths. This is a speculative card. Ooh, Ponder. Love that. Yorion? Yeah, doesn't do much. It blinks Trinket Mage for another go. Click and take another card. Doesn't even work with Thieving Skydiver. The Ponder is just good. Better than Saturo Umesawa. Even though I could ninjutsu Ulamog. Yeah. That is a little too optimistic. Don't think I'm gonna play Thassa's Oracle. Probably not taking Baral either. Ooh, Hullbreaker Horror. Now here's a card I can use with the Mana Crypt and the Mana Vault. I think Hullbreaker Horror is gonna be the pick here. There is also a Cryptic Command, which would be good, but I have Mystic Confidence. I want a way to abuse Mana Crypt and Mana Vault, because I can create a lot of mana. So I will take Hullbreaker Horror here. Having a nice finisher. Oh, Sheldock Isle! Are you kidding me? How can this card go so late? I love this card. I mean, there's Baleful Strix, which would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but Sheldock Isle! Sheldock Isle Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, and I got a lot of card draw. Jace, Dig, Mystic, Narset, Vision. I even got Brainstorm. Alright, so Dark Confidant is a little sketchy, but my curve isn't even that high. You know what? I think I'm gonna take Dark Confidant here. I think it's gonna be good in my deck. And I think Dark Depths can go, and I don't think I'm gonna get Hexmage. Okay, I think Hangerback is a nice backup target for Trinket Mage. It's not a terrible card either to play against aggro decks. You can play it as a something that speed bumps and gets a bunch of counters. Also a nice way to use these cards. Also, it's a 0 for Dark Confidant. Okay. Alright, so now what? Vision is a spell, so I am actually at 18 spells. So, but I think I want one more card. I don't think I want to play 18 lands when I have Mana Crypt, Mox, Mana Vault. That's just too much air. Possible Thassa's Oracle can get in there just to say Scryer. Yeah. Baral is not great, but don't want Ulamog, even though I have Sheldock. I just don't think that's good. Man, if only I had Factor Fiction to throw in my deck. Yeah. Don't want Skyclave Shade. You know what? What if I remove Baral and put in Treasure Cruise? It's awkward, but I think I have so much card. I mean, Brainstorm, Ponder, Vision, a lot of cards go to my graveyard, naturally. And I think 10, 4, 9, 5 seems reasonable. I'll cast my Damnation. I guess Dark Confluent got a lot worse when I added Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time. Whatever. This is gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Alright, we are here for round number 1. Sure, here's the problem. Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise in the same. It's not a good combo, but I do have some other cards here. I think I'm gonna not play Thieving Skydiver on turn 2. I can leave up Remand instead, and that allows me to chill with Thieving Skydiver, maybe steal a Mox. You can't cast this for 2 and steal a Mox. X can't be 0, but I really want to steal a Mox because of Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time. I need mana to help cast them. Arbor Elf, okay. So I only have 1 Damnation, that could be a problem. Another problem is that Thieving Skydiver is going to have a hard time stealing. I still don't think I want to cast Thieving Skydiver on turn 2, because I don't think I'm winning this game by attacking in the air. If I had Vendilion Click in my hand, I might have considered going for the beatdown plans, but... Alright, blue means I'm more likely to get or steal something. Yeah, I'm going to have to remand this, I think. Alright. Because if I don't, I'm sitting here doing nothing, but my opponent's drawing a lot of extra cards. Okay, that's actually a pretty good draw. Because it would enable me to eventually get to cast these expensive cards. I'm gonna not cast it here though. Now I'm gonna cast Thieving Skydiver. I think that if my opponent had an artifact, we would have probably played it already. For example, a Mox, my opponent could have just recast Sylvan last turn. And what expensive artifacts are my opponent even playing here? I mean, it could be some, but I think I wanna, because of Sylvan Library costs life to draw extra cards, I wanna get a flyer down to pressure my opponent's life total. So my opponent can't draw indefinite amount of cards here. I will block, oh jeez. Because this puts cards in my graveyard and slows down my opponent. So I think I'm pretty happy with that block. Because with 2 delve spells... Yes, this puts less pressure on my opponent's life total, but getting rid of a mana accelerant... Oh, Black Lotus. Well, I couldn't have stolen that anyway. Well, maybe if my opponent had F6. Ooh, Norse, okay. So I could play around Spell Pierce while playing Mana Crypt. But I also don't want to take damage. Wait. I think it's correct to cast Mana Crypt here, because this way I get to play around Spell Pierce and Mana Leak. And maybe I draw a double black card here. I don't know. No cards. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, I still don't think that the damage from the Mana Crypt is gonna be what decides this game. Next turn I could Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time though. Oh! I forgot Narset stopped Sylvan Library. That is a thing. Okay, Mana Accelerator. Fortunately, if I draw... Lost the flip. Unfortunately, if I hit Fatal Push, I for the moment cannot kill Circle. Still gonna activate it though. Oh, so now I get to choose between Ponder, Jace, Mr. Confidence, Mana Vault. I think I'm gonna take Jace. And Brainstorm. Found Trinket Mage, so I can shuffle away some cards here. I think I'm gonna get Mana Vault. And your turn. This game has gotten a little better here. But I could still lose to some huge thing. This is the turn where if my opponent goes like something massive like Ugin, I could lose, but yeah, okay. Upheaval would also be kind of bad for me, but Upheaval wouldn't be the disaster, but I can rebuild pretty fast. Oh, there is Ugin, okay. Well, that's very unfortunate. At least, if my opponent minuses 4, loses Sylvan and Circle, so... yeah, okay. So now I have to deal with Ugin, which isn't the easiest, but I can draw a lot of cards, and... lost again. So vision is a little late. I think what I'm gonna do is cast Dig Through Time. Get Vendilium Click for sure. Then probably Hangerback Walker. And then I'm gonna cast Hangerback for 2. Basically I need to pressure Ugin, and if my opponent kills this with Ugin I get 2/1/1, so I can put some pressure here. Okay, Eureka. Alright, so now I'm gonna click myself, put Ancestral Vision on the bottom. It's too slow here. Shelldock is actually a thing. It's gonna be down to 20 cards pretty soon. My opponent probably kills Click here. But my opponent is out of cards now. And can't pay Echo. But I'm of course in a lot of trouble here. I think I'm going to lost pay here. I'm going to Treasure Cruise. Hullbreaker Horror. There's a card that could maybe get me back into the game. Not gonna... Okay, so Damnation is good. So now what I can do is pass, put a counter on Hangerback at my opponent's turn, and then I can Damnation, get some 1/1s, Hullbreaker, and get Ugin into my opponent's hand. So I still think I can win this. It's just going to be tough. There goes... my opponent should probably attack here. That puts me to 7. So it's going to come down to crypt flips, I think. I could also at some point bounce my own Mana Crypt. This is going to be very tough though. My opponent should have, I think my opponent should have attacked there. Okay, let's see here. Don't think I'm gonna untap Mana Vault here. I wonder flip, nice. No. So I'm down to 6, but I have 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 mana. How do I want to play this? So let's start by casting Damnation. I think I have to do that. And then I can end of turn Hullbreaker Horror, hope to hit a spell, basically. Not sure I could have played this differently. Yep. But I need to hit a spell here. Also I need to not lose the flip. Alright, let's see here. I won the flip. Okay, so now I need to draw a spell. And I think I can pretty safely untap here. Oh, I drew a spell. Nice. So now I can how do I want to play this? So if I bounce my own Mana Crypt, I can't bounce Ugin, that's the problem. Okay, so here's what I can do though. I can Thassa's Oracle, bounce Mana Crypt, get to Scry 4, put Mystic Confluence on top, then I can Mana Crypt, bounce Ugin, Mana Lake my own Mana Crypt. I think I have to do this, and then I can return Thassa's Oracle to my hand. Seems good. Not pay, so Mana Crypt is gone. Then I can attack for 10, and my opponent is dead next turn. So I figured it out. I had to get lucky, but I guess my opponent could have Questing Beast here. That would be fun. Or not. It would not be fun. But now I can go Thassa's Oracle, bounce Land Relics, and have Mystic Confluence back up. No. Oh, this was a intense game. So I don't have much in the sideboard, unfortunately, so I'm just going to run it as it is. Alright, this hand is very nice. I can turb out a Jace on not turn 2, but I need to draw a land, but I can So the problem is that if I go... Okay, so now I could just turbo out Jace turn 2 if I play Island. Yeah, I think that's the play. I was thinking about... Because if I hadn't drawn the Island, I couldn't have cast Jace because I didn't have double blue. Because that comes into play tapped. But now I'm just gonna go Jace and things are gonna be great. No. Remand. Yeah, well. Jace better than all. Let's see here. Brainstorm. Didn't even drew a Chromox, so sadly I can't do much with it, but I can cast... No. So the problem is if I cast Chromox Exile Blue, I still can't cast Remand because the mana's gonna go away. But I mean I could cast Thieving Skydiver, but I don't even want to do that. So I'm just gonna mana burn for one with the mana. And hope my opponent can't do anything silly here. Eureka would be... okay, no Eureka. But my opponent has a scary amount of mana. Oh, Ancestral Recall. That's gross. Oh well. We have a game. I thought I was gonna run away with the game, but now things are less clear. I'm probably gonna bounce Circle though, to slow down my opponent. So let's see. Take one here, and I could Fastest Oracle away, Dig Through Time. But then I can't cast Remand. So how about I return that? And play a Triumph, and then I can remand the Circle, because I think that I don't want that card in play right now. There's a land. Remand that to slow it down. There's Dig Through Time. I mean, Dig Through Time could be good at some point. Sylvan Library. Alright, time for me to draw Narset, I think. My opponent does have Black Lotus and Ancestral though, so that's I'm playing against a very good deck. I feel like I'm in better shape in this game than I was in the last game. Ooh, Dillion Click. Alright, so let's start by brainstorming here. Trinket Mage. That is a shuffle, and I can get Mana Crypt. Also drew Mana Leak, which is nice. I think Dig Through Time and this Oracle can go for now. So what I can do is Trinket Mage for Mana Crypt and then Mana Leak. That also shuffles away some of my cards I didn't want. Yep, that seems good. Crypt. Play that and hope I don't lose. 2 damage. And Circle of Dream Studio is not a problem, I can just bounce that. So, but now I have Mana Leak checking some of the more expensive cards. Also, it's nice to get a 2/2 into play which can protect Jace from some other attackers down the line. But I would like to draw Narset to stop Sylvan. I would like to draw Mystic Confluence. I don't think I need to Vendilion Click right now. Vendilion Click gets almost better when your opponent has less cards in hand because you can take the perfect card. This I can't even Mana Leak if I wanted to. That's okay, I can bounce it. Opponent has 3 mana. And I can't Vendilion Click because I don't have double blue. Alright. Heads. I lost flip. Okay. Down to 14. Drew a land. How about I go Knight's Whisper? Stop hitting yourself. Fatal Push is nice. I have not had a permanent leave the battlefield though. So I can't Fatal Push Circle. But what I can do is Lilium click my opponent. So I could have bounced Circle first, but I'm not gonna take Circle, I don't think. Survival, Avenger, Ugin. And my opponent has 5, 6, 7. And since I'm bouncing Circle, my opponent can't cast. I think what I'm gonna take here is nothing. No, I think I have to take something because 3, 5, 6, 7. I think I take Ugin because it's a card I lose to. And then I bounce that and have Mana Leak at the ready for Avenger of Zendikar. And I kind of wish I hadn't shuffled away Dig Through Time now, but wish I had shuffled away Chrome Mox, but at the time I thought that I might have been able to use the mana. Opponent. Kept a card, okay. Alright, so Okarn liberated. Yeah, I'm gonna mana leak that either way, but that could kill my Jace. My opponent has 2 unknown cards in hand. 3 unknowns actually, because it's a redraw with Vendilion Click. Alright. So survival I don't care about that at all, I don't think. Unfortunately no artifact for me to steal. Now I get the Brainstorm here though. And I think I'm gonna get to untap as well. Let's see here. First, see what the flip. Tails, you lost the flip. Should use tails more, I think. Yes. Okay, so let's Brainstorm. Hullbreaker is nice. Put Swamp and Island back. And I can cast Hullbreaker or end of turn. I could even do it now and then Chrome Mox to bounce something, but I don't think I need to. Attack for 5. My opponent's gonna be dead pretty soon. Now I kind of wish I'd taken Avenger, because Avenger's gonna create a lot of champ blockers here. Okay, so I have an idea here. Right now I have 7 mana. If I cast Chrome Mox and imprint something, I can Hullbreaker and in response to Avenger of Zendikar Fatal Push something. That's lethal. Yeah, I think that's the play. So I'm gonna cast Chrome Mox and imprint Feeling Skydiver. So now, because if I don't do that, my opponent's gonna get Avenger into play, which is like 8 champ blockers. So this way, I think I have lethal. Oh, maybe not lethal because my opponent can champ with Sylvan, carry at it, but and I can't Fatal Push it. But I think my opponent's gonna play Avenger with Sylvan Library to get the counters. So I think... Oh crap, alright, well. What are you gonna do? Alright, so I'm gonna Hullbreaker here. gonna fatal push my trinket mate, which is not even gonna die, just so I can bounce Avenger with the not getting plants. And I can also Treasure Cruise next turn and bounce something else. So my opponent needs a removal for Hullbreaker, I think. Otherwise, this should be game. Circle. Alright, that's no problem. I can just bounce that. I can bounce it with Hullbreaker or with Jace. See you next round. Turn 3 Jace. Turn 2 Hangerback. So I could Chromox turn 1, play Hangerback, get rid of Mystic Confluence. I think that's worth it just to get on the board and protect Jace whenever it comes into play. This is a little bit of an aggressive play, but Mishra's Bauble. One gets to see my top card. I will as well, very soon. Right. Let's see if this pays off. If my opponent counters Jace, this play will not have worked out too good. But you can play Scared. I don't think. Let's see. Alright, it's not completely ruled out Jaces. I guess the downside of Chromox, giving up a pretty good card to accelerate out my cards, can be pretty great in some matchups, but Spellseeker. So let's see, if my opponent gets like Lightning Bolt, I kind of plus Jace. If my opponent gets High Tide, okay, so we're playing against Storm. Could be rough. Let's play around Days. Not that I think. Oh, wait, I have Ancestor Vision in my deck, so I should. I'm more likely to cast Ancestor Vision over Fatal Push, for example. I don't think I have any other. Oh, Force of Negation. Okay. Well. Interesting. Usually you can't play those kinds of cards in Storm, but I guess put this on a brew here. Probably gonna side in Ulamog so I can protect myself from Brain Freeze. Not that I don't necessarily have Brain Freeze, but it's more like my opponent has Brain Freeze when you're not having any black mana just yet. Okay, this attack is suspicious. I think my opponent wants me to block, so I'm not gonna. I think my opponent might have some Delve cards, and I just don't want to enable that. I'm not scared to lose hanging back because I would get 3/1 but oh, Shard, of course, crap. Well, I guess I wish I had blocked now. Yeah, well. Trinket Mage, alright. Don't have too many good cards left to get. But I can get Mana Crypt and not play it. I think I wait one more turn to load up Hangerback, make it a 4/4. It means that it's resistant to a lot of the removal that you play, like Lightning Bolt. I don't know what else. Thassa's Oracle. Yes, that's a way to win if you got Brain Freeze. You can Brain Freeze yourself. And then Thassa's Oracle. And win. Alright. No, I'm gonna attack with Kangen back now. Oh man. Wish I could draw. One reason not to play my mana crypt manual is Hullbreaker Horror. I could maybe bounce on my opponent's blockers at the opportunity to go for the kill at some point. This is a braid. Brain Freeze is targeting me. Okay. Interesting. Not sure why. Is my opponent gonna cast Time Twister or something? Wheel of Fortune. A card would be awesome against my opponent's deck is probably a Narset. Stops Ponder, Shard of Course, and digs me towards my cards. So. And I hope I draw Narset. Vendilion Click is not bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna attack. Yeah, I was thinking about whether attacking to both, but just if my opponent wants to jump with Thassa's Oracle. But then my opponent can double block Trinket Mage. Alright, I'm going to draw Step Click, I think. See what's up. Does not resolve. High Tide in response, okay. That includes my mountains, not that I can do much about it. Okay, so my opponent has Upheaval, Time Warp, Time Spiral, Time Twister. Okay, so what do I do here? What's the worst card for me? I think the worst card for me is Time Spiral, because it's gives my opponent a new hand and a million mana. Time Warp doesn't bother me too much. Upheaval is annoying, but I can float in response. So I think Time Spiral is the card I want to take here. That just gives my opponent all the mana and all the cards, whereas a card like Time Twist, you don't get the mana as well. So Time Spiral just does everything here. Okay, Time Warp's fine. That wastes my opponent High Tide. I guess you can now Time Twister. Well, that was a reason maybe to play out my cards, but I still did not draw Hullbreaker Horror. I had only 6 mana anyway. Alright, so now at least my opponent's High Tide is now in the library. Hopefully my opponent didn't draw it. Oh, speaking of which, Narset against Time Twister and Time Spiral. Bond drew High Tide anyway. Hullbreaker. Sure. That is good. Here's an interesting thing. I have Thassa's Oracle in my hand. So if the problem is that Hullbreaker does mill me down to 0. So I'm very close to... Hang on. So here's my thinking. I'm gonna draw and go to 20 cards. So I cannot win with Thassa's Oracle in time. So I think I have to cycle this Triumph now. And one thing I could... Oh, High Tide, yeah, sure. If I can brainstorm and put Thassa's Oracle under my but I didn't, so it's a moot point. I think I'm dead. I think I am dead. Trying to so I'm gonna get decked here. Problem is, none of these cards do anything. So I die in my draw step. Alright, well, I'm gonna put in Ullamog. It doesn't help. I'm gonna put in Ullamog. It's not helping against my opponent's Ullamog, but it does help against Brain Trees. Also, let's see here. Got fail push. Maybe I should put in Skyclave just to be more aggressive. Sure. Brain Freeze to hijack Storm. Could be a thing. But maybe that's better than Skyclave Shade. Take out Treasure Cruise, maybe I'm putting Brain Freeze. Sure. Seems okay. Alright, nice hand. Gonna Brainstorm turn 1 and then Fastest Oracle away some bad cards. I mean, one bad card. Okay, sadly I don't have black mana for Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant is an interesting card though. I guess I just shuffle away it then. Fortunate because I wanted Fastest Oracle to maybe set up a win, but I think I have to get deeper in my deck. Fastest Oracle Mirror. Both of us just casting it for value though. Opponent Fastest Oracle is way better than mine because my opponent has Brain Freeze, you can target yourself. Also my opponent is heavier blue than I am. Okay, so Mana Crypt. What I think I'm gonna do is just 5. Cast a huge Hangerback. My life total is not under. Free here. Nope, my life total is not under any pressure, so I'm just gonna go aggressive here with my artifacts. Also, if my opponent time twists, now I have this in play, which is nice. Okay, this time I'm gonna block. I've had enough. Last game I fell into the trap. I think my opponent wanted that in my grave, but now my opponent has just Shard of Course. So the question is, my opponent missed a land drop. That's fortunate. Heads. Oh, one flip. Ooh, okay. Just gonna attack here. And I kind of don't want to click my opponent when I'm missing land drops. So maybe I should just cast Thieving Skydiver to put more pressure and then keep open Mana Leak. Yeah. 5, 6. If I cast click, my opponent is on a 2-turn clock though. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna look at my opponent's hand just to see what's up, but I'm not gonna take a card probably. Opponent's hand is awesome, of course, but High Tide, Miskak, Remand, Ulamog, Upheaval, Wheel. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a card because I don't want my opponent to draw lands. But now I have a 2-turn clock. That was the main reason, and I have a mana leak. So mana leak is good when your opponent has Force of Negation if you cast it during your opponent's turn, because your opponent can't use the alternate cost of Force of Negation. That's, I guess, the only upside, is that now I'm winning all the flips. No, I mean, I could, but doesn't even look like my opponent is on the Tendrils plan. Back with all, and you have to win next turn. I'm gonna mana leak High Tide here, because even if my opponent can pay, it uses up all blue sources. Let's remember go Island, High Tide, I would have mana leaked it. Okay. Alright. Oh, now I'm being put to the test, because I have one of the best cards in my deck, Narset, but I only have one land. I do have a Brainstorm. My hand is so good, I'm gonna keep. Brainstorm just digs me so deep on the draw that I have a lot of the cards I want in this matchup. Okay, that actually works. So now I can Chrome Mox away something. Question is, what? I think it's gonna be Thieving Skydiver. It's just the worst card in my hand here. And I'm not gonna Brainstorm right now because I want to hold open Remand mana leak. Okay, Brainstorm. Alright, there we go. Hanging back is the worst card here. Okay, so now I could cast Narset, but it's so important that I think I'm gonna click. And I don't need to draw step click, I don't think, because the main card I want to get here is Force of Negation, so I can get Narset down. And let's say my opponent goes for something like a Time Twister. Okay, Ancestors of Vision. Well, that makes Narset even better. So I'm gonna click now and maybe take Force of Negation. Or not. Oh well, if Narset doesn't resolve, at least I can Remand as a vision, hopefully. Let's play Narset, hope there is no Force of Negation. It wasn't, okay. Brain freeze. Well, that would have been better as a Treasure Cruise. Okay, so now I hope my opponent can't deal with Narset, because Narset stops Time Twister, Wheel of Fortune, Time Spiral, you know. And I didn't see any bolts, and also Bolt deals with Narset right now, so I think I'm just gonna -2 again. Go ahead and get myself a Ponder, nice. Ponder, look for a land, preferably a black source. Yeah, these are fine. I mean, I don't like to draw Ulamog, but yeah, there is a problem here. If I keep these, I will have Ulamog in my hand, and I don't like that. And I'm actually gonna shuffle. Yeah. Okay, well, that's fair. Oh well. Killian click. Oh, I gotta have mana like that. Jeez. Yes, that was sided in. There was no force of negation. That would have been bad for me. Man, things looked so good. Now I'm less sure about this game. Though I think I'm still in good shape. Vision is countered by Narset, and there's a land. Not a black land, but I kind of want to keep open Mystic Confluence here to draw cards. I mean, if my opponent doesn't play anything, Factor of Fiction, that goes around Narset. I'm going to counter that. Hope there is some force of negation again. Okay, there's dig through time. Whew. Okay, again 5/6. So I could cast Hangerback for 1, but I'd rather keep open Remand plus dig through time. Snapcaster just as an ambush wiper. Yeah, that works. There's not much I can do about that. If I remand it, my opponent just recasts it, you know. So I guess Narset is gone now. But I can still remand a... and my opponent's Ancestral doesn't. Most important thing is that Narset is alive while Ancestral is getting cast. So my opponent's not gonna get to draw any extra cards here. Alright, so now, unfortunately, Narset is gone. So now this opens up. Since it's divided up is fine. Okay, I'm gonna dig here. Rid of Ponder and Mana Leak, I think. Alright, so there's Hullbreaker Horror. There's also Jace, which could put Ulamog into my deck. So I'm gonna take Jace, and I think at this point I'm just gonna take Sheldon Guile. Put I don't really need black mana right now. Yep. Okay, I'm going to brainstorm. Put back Ulamog and Hanger back. I can Shelllock. I don't know if I want to put Ulamog under the Shelllock though, because that prevents me from being protected from Brain Freeze. So while it's pretty awesome to hardcast an Ulamog, that means I'm getting decked. So I'm gonna take Island, unfortunately. And keep open Remand. So now Ulamog is in my deck, where it belongs. So I can no longer get Brain Freezed, because it's very safe on the bottom of my deck. What I could still get is Ulamog the Ceaseless Hungered. The good thing though is that I could, let's say my opponent goes off with High Tide, I can remand Ulamog at least. Here Jace goes down to 1. Which is fine. upheaval. I could almost let that resolve, but I think I'm gonna remand. Let's have a little bit of time. Sky Clave Shade. Okay, so do a swamp. So I can now Fate Seal my opponent. I should put that on the bottom. Play a swamp. Play a Trinket Mage. It's especially good if my opponent goes for upheaval. It's nice to have a mana crypt to reload. 1, 2. Might as well brain freeze my opponent for 12. Well, getting is good. Did not lose Ullamog though. So now, if my opponent casts a Desperate Upheaval, now I'm in much better shape because there's Force of Negation, by the way. Now I have a mana crypt to rebuild and Chrome Mox and Jace, so I don't mind upheaval here. And if my opponent attacks Jace, I probably block with Dark Confidant because I kind of don't want that. Getting cards is not a problem here. And if my opponent upheavals, I get to replay Sheldock for another go. And they will breach. I haven't played with Trinket Mage for a while. It's gotten worse, but yeah. I'd rather keep Trinket Mage after an upheaval because then I can go ahead and get Mana Vault and I can rebuild pretty. Wheel of Fortune, okay. Don't think this is gonna do it because oh, it is. So is there any way I can survive here? No, I don't think I have a way to get Ullamog into my graveyard. Oh well, there it is. See you next week.